The French city of Marseille is home to a thriving Armenian community. Many are the descendants of Armenian refugees who came here over a century ago. Thousands traveled to France to escape genocide in Turkey. Garo Yalik is a more recent arrival. His family fled Turkey in the 1980s.
My father didn't want me to do military service in Turkey, and for good reason. Just last year, on the anniversary of the genocide, a young conscript of Armenian heritage was shot dead.
Garo's friend Sarkis also left Turkey in the 1980s. As an Armenian in Turkey, he says he faced constant discrimination.
Look at this. You've got to film this. It says here religion, Christian, race, Armenian. That's dangerous. And you go to the authorities with it.
They said to me, "What's this? Why don't you change it? Go to court and get it changed." They meant the religion so that I won't get any trouble.
And then you have to pay bribes so that people help you.
During the First World War, just being an Armenian amounted to a death sentence. It's estimated that as many as 1.5 million Armenians perished in the genocide. Garo hopes to put the past behind him, but he's experienced many things that make him doubt whether that's possible. One of his relatives, the well-known Armenian journalist Hrant Dink, was murdered. The underage perpetrator was locked away, but no one believes he acted alone. Now, 5 years later, 18 people believed to have been involved in the murder have been acquitted. Thousands of people took to the streets in Istanbul to protest against their release. The march was headed by the victim's widow, Raquel Dink, who accuses the courts of not doing their job. Her relatives in Marseille were shocked by the verdict.
In the perpetrator's hometown, they already knew about the planned murder. There is no justice, no democracy, and no freedom of expression in Turkey.
But Garo isn't giving up. He has enjoyed freedom in France, and he intends to fight for the rights of Armenians. He and his supporters have already scored a political victory. They pushed a law through Parliament and the Senate that makes denying genocide a punishable crime. And that includes doubting the Armenian genocide.
It's an important moment. I'm sorry. A great moment for human rights and the dignity of all human beings. I'm pleased the law was passed.
The French Constitutional Council still has to give its approval to the controversial law.
There are many French companies in Turkey, and trade is important. We need Turkey, and Turkey needs us. So I'm relying on realism and not emotions.
France has two passions. The Armenians are in its heart, but Turkey is in its wallet. The heart has won, and you can't imagine how happy that has made me.
But the law falls well short of compensating the Armenians for their suffering. Even though the archive contains sufficient documents about the genocide, there is still some way to go before they can even think about reparations. For that to happen, Turkey will first have to officially recognize the genocide.
When the political tension disappears, when we work together well, or even become friends one day, anything will be possible. And then we'll also be able to think about reparations.
Garo hopes that the French authorities will take action against anyone who denies the genocide of his people. He's pleased that the suffering of the Armenians has entered public consciousness. And he hopes that, thanks to the efforts of the Armenian community in Marseille, more people will learn about this chapter in history.